Okay, hello everybody. My name is William Bloom and I'm your presenter for this inner peace and healing meditation. I'm in Glastonbury right now. It's been a beautiful day and I hope that in these interesting and troubling times that you're well and those around you are well too. The meditation that I'm going to take you through is a very accessible, very deep, very useful meditation. And it's based in some of the best information from neuroscience and mind-body medicine, psychoneuroimmunology. I'm going to describe to you in advance what we're going to do. Then we'll do the meditation together. And then I may explain some bits and pieces about it afterwards. The meditation has 4 bits to it, and each one is something you will have already done before. So the first part of the meditation is that you just allow yourself to drop down in your body and be at ease. Nothing new to learn here, because your body has been sleeping, relaxing, resting for decades, for years. It's accustomed to being at ease. Nothing new to learn. You just need to let it kind of drop down into a sun lounger, deck chair, chilling out space. That'll be the first bit. Not difficult. The second bit is to bring into your mind and your awareness a positive trigger, a happy trigger. So I don't care what this happy trigger is, it's just I want you to think of something that if you were really depressed, you had enough of life, but if you think of this one thing, it will raise a smile. It might be an animal. So for me, it might be little baby owls, the way they peek up and down. And today, somebody sent me a little video meme of a white parakeet dancing. My granddaughter also might be there. I don't know what it is that's going to work for you, but I want you to think of something right now that you know would make you smile. Even in your worst moment, it would raise a smile. It could be an episode from a comedy show. There's a Father Ted episode where the vicar kicks the bishop up the arse. And it's funny. And it may be something like that, or that may be totally inappropriate. And you'd rather go with a kitten. I don't mind. So the first thing is going to be being at ease. The second thing, think of something you love. The third aspect is going to be that feeling you have when you give care to somebody or something that's vulnerable. The kind of care that you might give to a little bird that had fallen out of its nest, and you cradle it in your hands. And you care for it. And this time that sense of care is going to be given to your own body. So at ease, thinking of something that will raise a smile, going into that mood of giving care, and then you'll feel something good happening inside you as the mind-body connection blocks the production of anxiety hormones. Cortisol and adrenaline are kind of stopped, dampened down. And then the hormones of well-being, it's a cocktail, endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, all that stuff will be triggered just because you're being kind to yourself and have gone into a little happy mood. And so the fourth thing will be to notice that feeling, and just in the same way as you might just chill out in a warm bath, just let it in. Allow yourself to feel it. So that's all there is to it. Be at ease. Think of something that raises a smile. Care for something vulnerable. Bring that feeling down into your own body. And then just enjoy the feeling. So I'm going to take you slowly through it. It's probably easiest if you do it with your eyes closed. I will close my eyes as I lead it because I will be taking myself through it at the same time. And as we do it, you may get a sense also of the hundreds of other people linked in this strange digital etheric web that connects us across the planet nowadays. You may feel that sense of connection, which will deepen your own experience. So I hope this meditation is useful and good for you. So here we go. Just close your eyes. And allow your body just to drop down, sink into being at ease. The same feeling you have after a good meal, sitting in your favorite chair, watching television on the sofa, maybe after a good walk, just sitting under a tree, maybe sitting at a cafe, watching the world go by. Just allow your body to drop down, sink. Maybe be aware of your toes. Just wriggle them a bit so you get a sense of how far your body goes. And be aware of how your clothes feel against the skin of your thighs. You notice the texture of the clothing, your clothing against your thighs. And as you breathe, there's a gentle movement of your clothes against your chest and your back as your lungs expand and then go down again. Just notice the feeling of your clothes against your skin. And just to help us along, take 2 or 3 very soft, very slow, quiet breaths down into your stomach. 2 or 3 very slow, very soft, quiet breaths down into your stomach. Here we go. And just very slowly, very gradually, bring into your awareness that one thing you like, love, that will always raise a smile. Just bring it into your heart and mind, whatever it is. A couple more very soft, slow, silken breaths down into your stomach. And now gently, slowly soften your eyes, as if there's a very gentle, soft smile in your eyes. And you're with someone or some little animal that's vulnerable and little and needs your care. And you hold this little creature in your cradled hands. And your eyes are soft and kind. And your heart is warm and open. And your attitude is caring and careful. Soft, gentle eyes. Warm, open heart. Caring and careful, moved attitude. And slowly turn that caring and care down into being aware of your own body. Soft, kind eyes. Warm, open heart. Care and caring to your own body. I won't say anything for a couple of minutes as you give your body awareness, and wherever there's pain or distress or tension, just be there with it, just kind and caring. Soft, gentle eyes, warm, open heart, aware of your body. Stay in the silence, and if you're feeling anything good, no matter how subtle or slight, allow yourself to let it in, like a sponge absorbing warm water, or like soaking in a warm bath, just letting your body Yield, surrender, luxuriate, let in the good feeling, no matter how subtle or slight it is. And gently, slowly, allow yourself to stretch. And so look, this is a very gentle meditation and self-healing method that you can use whenever you want. You can use it lying in bed at night before you go to sleep. Maybe if you have a family and they're busy watching television, you can just sit there and do it. Traveling on the bus or train to work when that happens again. You can do that too. So I'll just go through the steps again. They're very easy. 1, just let your body drop down into being at ease. There's a lot of complicated teaching about being relaxed, and it's easy because your body's used to doing it. Don't do relaxation exercises, you don't need to do that. Just let yourself drop down, sink into being at ease. Glass of wine sitting outside in the garden, watching a movie, your body knows how to be at ease. Think about something you love that brings a smile to you. That will immediately reformulate your mind, body, brain, nervous system, heart, gut connection. Give a few soft breaths down into your gut. And then from being at ease, thinking of something you really like and raises a smile, just come to that place of being caring and careful with something that's vulnerable. Little creature that's hurt, that's vulnerable. You know that mood of caring and care. And then you just bring it home to your own body and give that care and caring to yourself. That sends messages through your neuroendocrinal system that are really good for you. Tissue will just relax and open up. Adrenaline and cortisol will be parked. Well-being hormones will be boosted. And the slightest good feeling, just let it in. Luxuriate in it, like in a warm bath. So there you are. I hope that's helpful for you. I have my phone here, and Ethan is going to WhatsApp me if there are any questions coming through. I can't see that there are any. So send me a message, Ethan, if there's something that you want to tell me. He's typing something in base. So let me just tell you a little bit more about why that kind of quiet meditation is so good for you. The trick is that we live in a world where there's continual stimulation of one kind or another. And the mind, brain, nervous system is continually being aroused and responding to whatever is coming in to stimulate us. So when we do a meditation like this, we're bringing our focus home just to ourselves, not letting the outside world trigger us or send messages. And we are the main person sending messages down into our own mind-body system. And as we do that, your body, mind, brain, nervous system, heart, gut, breath, responds to this kind awareness in the same way as it would respond to a good parent. Oh, look, my good mummy and daddy is looking after me. And your body will relax, chill out. And tense tissue, which is the result of ongoing adrenaline, cortisol, will slowly ease up and open. And that will allow your natural resilience to build up. I have a question that's very relevant, because what happens when you do that process, this old fear, old traumas will be felt, you'll feel them in your body, they will begin to surface. And the trick there is just to stay present to them like a good parent. And you're kind of multitasking, you're both being a good parent and at the same time feeling whatever the old wound is. And just by being with it and allowing it, it will release some of its pain, some of its tension will just slowly release. For deep, old fears and pains, it may take a while to go. I'm not promising a magic wand. And of course, if you feel overwhelmed, please go talk to a friend or a counselor. Just chat it over with them. And somebody else says in one of the messages that I'm getting from WhatsApp is that when they're with somebody who's vulnerable or a thing that's vulnerable, they feel fear for them as opposed to moving into a space of care. You know, I totally understand that, and that means that you're very empathic and you have great sensitivity to something vulnerable and frightened. But if you are empathic and sensitive to that degree, then actually in those moments you need to just step back a little bit and bring up some courage, some rage of the heart, courage, rage of the heart, and know that in this moment, joining in with their fear and anxiety or being fearful on their behalf is not appropriate. It's not useful at this moment in time, and it's time to care for them. It's time to care for them, like a nurse, the nurses and the doctors and the carers that are out on the front line at the moment. They don't have time to be frightened for people. They must engage. So for anybody else listening, this is kind of a bit of tough love here. I totally understand your sensitivity and you being fearful for them, but at the same time, at this particular moment when someone is vulnerable in danger, that's the time to be courageous, a bit stronger, give care. All right. Question from someone else asking, they feel calm and relaxed now. Is it good and useful to do this several times a day? Great question. For me, it's a lifestyle. So anytime, I'm just speaking for myself here, anytime I feel some tension building up, or pain or pressure, anxiety in me, that is a signal for me to just, whatever I'm doing, just go, okay, my body's sending me a message, and the message is, whoops, pain, tension, do something about it, just as if I were looking after a child. And what I have to do about it is I have to go, okay, let my body drop down, being at ease, and care for myself. So it's what great martial artists do. So they're both simultaneously in the contest, and at the same time, a part of their mind-brain is keeping their body chilled by caring for it. Do you remember in the Karate Kid, I would say Mr. Muggy, he was very chilled and relaxed in his body as someone threw a punch at him, and he'd just go, you missed, because he was at ease in his body. It's no surprise that great martial artists are also great meditators, and almost the first exercise in Taoist meditation, which is one of the foundations of good martial arts, is kindness to your own body. Let me just see, there's another message come through. I'm just going to look at it here. Oh, somebody's saying that it's really beautiful to allow yourself to deeply care for yourself. And it brought tears to her eyes as she saw herself as a vulnerable little girl. Yeah, it's an interesting balance, this, isn't it? Is to be both simultaneously adult and caring for self, and at the same time allowing an awareness of the inner vulnerability. They're both happening at the same time. And sometimes when people hear that, oh, I'm just in contact with my inner little girl or my inner little boy, they think, what a softie you are. But they don't understand that there's a real courage in being the person who's fully present to it. And as I say, great martial artists know exactly what they're doing. They are in touch with this inner person that they look after. Somebody's saying, yes, a focus on gentleness is so healing and comforting in these days. Yes, I think if we self-manage to come to that calm state, if we're not on the front lines, if we're not key workers actually dealing with the pandemic, what's the biggest gift we can give into our community is to be calm and good-humoured. Calm, good-humoured patient. Calm, good-humoured patient. And whether that comes out in behaviour and actions in a difficult queue at a supermarket, or just caring for neighbours, or just sending it as a vibe out into the world, that is useful. Somebody else has asked, how long would you recommend to meditate? How long is a piece of string? I tell you what, this again, speaking for me, I think you should meditate long enough so that you sink into being at ease. And then when you're at ease, you need to stay there long enough so that you feel as though that sensation of being at ease has soaked into you. And at the same time, you're awake and witnessing, and at the same time, your heart is opening. So, I don't know, how long will it take you to get into feeling being at ease? 5 minutes of a mantra, 10 minutes of... Yeah, I don't want to sell anything, but I've just done for Etan and Watkins a meditation masterclass, 12 videos, which go through all this stuff. So just mention that. You'll find that on the Watkins site, in which you discuss all these issues. But in general, it needs to be long enough that you feel as though it's benefited you. So for me, sometimes I'm in a rubbish mood, and it will take me 15 minutes before I feel at ease. So that's 15 minutes, and then feeling at ease, I want another 15, 20 minutes to just soak in it and be fully present. So it will vary. You may be a great meditation saint, in which case you go into being at ease and connected and open-hearted and conscious in 5 seconds, and there you are. And you're walking through life in that space. In which case you've got it already. Bless you. Somebody's written, I was unable to turn care inward to start with, was stumped, but then body started talking to me and was able to find nurturing and internalize it. Yes, yes, thank you for that lovely comment. It can be difficult the first time you do that inner care, inner smile. It's a new muscle for a lot of people. You know, when I do workshops and trainings and I ask how many people have actually given care and attention to their own body, there's maybe 1 out of 20 has actually ever done that. They may use their body, do yoga, do running, do dance, but to actually pause and send kindness into your body, like through your neuroendocrine system, so there's a relationship with your body, is quite rare. So the first time you do it, it may be a bit jiggity-jaggedy because you've never done it before. It's a new neural groove. And there may be body shame, or there may be stuff in your body you don't want to feel, stuff like that. Or it may be that you're kind of ashamed of giving yourself attention. These are all very normal reasons. But second time gets easier, third time even easier, fourth time, fifth time, sixth time becomes a groove. Okay, so look, there we are. I think we've done our 30 minutes. I'm looking to see if I get a message from Ethan saying that's our 30 minutes up. So listen, let's take together across the world, wherever you are, let's take 60 seconds quiet together, and then we'll close this down. So again, just close your eyes. Soft, kind eyes. Warm, open heart. A couple of soft stomach breaths. Do this as often as you want. You go to bed and you wake up. When you sit, it's good for you. And as you yourself become calmer, more peaceful, it makes you more loving and compassionate and caring for the community around you. Inner peace and healing. Lots of love from everybody in the Watkins team. Lots of love to all of you. I'm just going to press the stop recording.